again, it's on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another grand installation of Opinion Nation with a sick panel this week. You got Jamila Starwell, you got Carlos the L, Supreme is in the building. You got Hassan, better known as TTT in some circles. You got Ashia and also Valerie from Zeltar 79 in the building. Oh, Kendall Mickens is here too.
I'm here, but I can't. I'm off in space.
It's okay. It's okay. It was. I heard a little domestication earlier. It's okay. Just you guys stay strong. Whatever's happening back there behind the black curtain, stay strong. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got some questions and we got some topics. Oh my goodness! Listen, let's get into it. I was checking out an article the other day that I want to just share with everyone, if I may. Yeah, bars. And it is this. Can you all see this screen?
I see the screen.
See the full screen.
I don't see nothing but the people.
There we go.
And now I see it. There it is.
Okay. So this is Fox News. This ain't, Detransition teen sues Kaiser Permanente for performing double mastectomy on her at 13. Intentional fraud. The article goes on to say quickly, detransition teenager Layla Jane is suing Permanente Medical Group and Kaiser Foundation Hospitals, the medical providers who performed a double mastectomy on her when she was 13 years old after beginning to identify as transgender 2 years before. Now 18 years old, Jane is accusing the hospital system of intentional fraud and concealment, I don't really know what that is, involving her gender transition, alleging the doctors pushed her into the procedure and characterized her gender transition as the only way to treat her pre-existing mental health problems. She goes on to say, I don't think I should have been allowed to change my sex before I was legally able to have sex, Jane told Fox News' Laura Ingram. I don't think I'm better off for the experience. I think transitioning just completely added fuel to the fire that was my pre-existing conditions. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have a simple question. Because, this is the era we living in, right? What is the proper age for consent? Supreme, what is the proper age for consent?
To do the operation or to have sex?
My niggas, to tell your mama F you. Like, when are you old enough to say so?
18, or unless you got a job and you moved out before that. But 18, I think you're considered to be grown, where you can move out and tell your mama F you, and you got your job, you got your own money. And before that, if you're 13 and you moved out and you got your own job and your own money, hey, and you don't have to depend on your parents and you emancipated, I say that. But legally, I say 18.
No, but the way, because you go to an interesting space. You've got children.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw that your children were mature beyond their years, beyond most, would you treat them differently? Would you make the rules a little different for them? Because you said 13, if they're emancipated. I mean, so clearly in your head, there's a space where a 13-year-old could be like, F you, dad.
Yeah, but that's them, not me. My kids is 20. It won't say that. You know what I'm saying? My kid is 20 and have a level of respect that we can't go there. But if I was not in her life, or she wanted to be out of my life and be on her own at 18, 13, 15, whatever, hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to deal with that yourself. But other than that, 18, you could be 18 and tell me F me. We could have that discussion.
Kenny, what is as you're out in space right now, as you're orbiting above us all, what is the age of consent? What is a proper age for consent?
Legally,
Man,
you can talk.
playing
You
games.
can talk legally, or you
See,
can talk.
if you notice, I didn't say nothing about legally. If you're a parent, which I'm not, that's why I'm asking the questions. If you're a parent, what is an acknowledgeable age of consent? Like where you know that your child is aware enough to deal with the ups and downs of this crazy planet. What is the age
When
of
they're
consent?
able
What is
to
the
take
proper
care of
age of
themselves.
consent?
If I'm still paying for everything, then you're still a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So can you consent to things when you still have to be taken care of? So if you're not old enough, or you're not ready enough to take care of yourself, are you ready to make those decisions and consent to things and step out there yet?
Mm-hmm.
So until you can do that, sit your ass in the corner.
Oh.
I'll let you know.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Valerie, on the planet that you hail from, what is the age of consent?
Age of consent is 18. So I agree with I forget his name.
Supreme
The
can do.
what's his name?
Supreme.
Supreme.
Negus.
I agree with Supreme because at the age of 18, by law, you're able to move out. You know, even though kids do move out before then based on their parents' consent, but legally, they're able to make their own decisions at the age of 18. Even though that, in my own opinion, it's still too young to make a decision of that nature.
What's too
You know,
young?
you really haven't fully understood yourself as a person, period, at that age. You think you know, but you don't know, you know?
So, Valerie, you've had a daughter. If your 13-year-old daughter, I know she's not 13 any longer.
I have
but
a daughter. I have.
Right, yes. If she came to you at 13 years old and said, "Hey, mom, what do you do? Like, do
The
you
words
let
I
her
want
do
to
whatever
use
she
right
asks
now,
for? Like,
well, we're on YouTube, so I can't even go there with the words I want to say. But I will say, hell no, hell no.
Murder.
Think
but
about
wait,
what you
let me push back a little bit. What if she's a very conscious being? You
I
know
don't-
that she's been intelligent from the gate. You've seen her level of intelligence, and you feel like she knows what she wants to do. And she's very convincing. So you still stick to your guns, or do you acquiesce to your 13-year-old?
I'm just looking at you crazy right now. Like, what in the world are you asking me? No, I don't care.
Have you
I
been
don't
on
care
planet?
if
Oh,
you're
my bad. My
intelligent. I
bad.
don't
You're
care
not
if
from
you get
Earth.
straight A's.
You're
I
not
don't
from Earth.
care.
I forgot. So you don't know what's been happening for the past 15 years on planet Earth. Here on planet Earth, there's been like a transgender wave, like it's been in the news, like a lot. And
I know about
folks
it.
are kind
I've
of
heard
like,
about it.
oh, you heard about it. Oh, okay.
Okay, let me just give you an example. I met a woman. Her daughter was 6 years old,
Yeah.
and she said that her daughter identified as a boy. So they took her to a therapist, and the therapist said it was okay to start giving her treatments to I guess, be transgender. And so they were taping down her boobs. They were giving her medication to stop her cycle. And it already started to affect the 6-year-old because the other parents wouldn't let their daughters play with her because it was like, well, she's trying to act like a boy. And I mean, it was just like crazy. I couldn't even believe what she was telling me. And the kid was only 6.
So you saying that 6-year-old who can't decide between Captain Crunch and cornflakes, you're gonna let her make a decision of that nature?
That's what she did.
So
That's
who's the
what
parent
she told me.
here?
That's the parents should go to jail.
That's what I was about to say. That's criminal.
Yeah.
If you can't, if I can't fully let you cross the street by yourself, I'm going to let you make a decision that will affect your life for years. I mean, you know, there's a Bible saying, when I was a child, I thought as a child and acted as a child. So you can't let a child make a decision like that. They're not mature enough. No matter what they display, what you're thinking today is not necessarily the best for you year, 2 years, 5 years from now.
Sound like the doctor make the decision. That's the crazy part.
Hassan,
That doctor could have an agenda.
He did.
It sounded like it to me.
Mr. Weed Juice, what's the proper age for consent?
You already know it's 18. Okay, we've already discussed that. But based on all the social programming that we're under and all the fear that's created, I'm sorry, it has to be older than 18. People don't have a clue about what's going on. They live in fear. So I would say 30. Okay, that's the proper age of consent, motherfucker. I mean,
I agree.
30. We all live. I mean, not we. We have been
Shia needs this
conditioned.
word. Shia needs
What?
this word. You see how
Which word is that?
she like that 30 needs to be there. Shut it down to 30. She needs that word. That word touched her. It touched her.
Listen, man, you know that the world is crazy, but somebody doing something to the kid at 6 years old is insane. Why would somebody do that to their kid at 6 years old? Even 6 years old is crazy. I'm sorry. Can we find out what type of person that was? Did they have any melanin in their skin when they made this decision? You know, Val. But no, Dom. Since I don't have any kids, I really have nothing for this conversation.
Well,
you know,
you don't have to have kids.
You don't
exactly. Let's go to
you really don't.
Let's go to another woman who does have children. Miss Starwell, what is the proper age for consent? You got to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute, mute. Unmute yourself.
All right. Well,
there
hey,
it is.
everybody. So this conversation took a lot of different twists and turns as far as the thing about the answer. So I could give a few different answers. But as a parent of a 26-year-old and a 14-year-old, when you're talking about consent, that's that's a legal term about the age that a child can make decisions for themselves, right?
Or the
I just
would allow.
Well, I mean, that's what it like infers. But did anybody on this call have shit figured out at 18 and got up on your own and started supporting yourself fully at age 18? No. And that's something our society just told us. It's literally an arbitrary number that they gave for us to make our kids adults. I know as 18, I at 46, I still don't know anything. But as 18, I was literally still a kid in high school, and neither school nor my parents had prepared me to be out in the world. So as far as that's concerned, I think it has something to do with your ability to care for yourself.
Yes.
Your ability to sustain your own lifestyle without the help of your parents or anybody.
And
so in that case, we got some 50 and 60, 70-year-old children out here that never could do it, but nobody ever, taught them how to do that. But as far as going off and talking about fuck you to your parents, there's never an age for that. My children are 26. I beat their ass right today.
Oh.
Don't do that. Do not do that. But I don't have to have that issue because I've been raising them like that since they were children. So it's not a go away from once you get to that age. If you cussing your mom out at 5, you're gonna still be cussing her out at 25.
So what?
If you have a reference for your parents at 5,
consent?
The age that you can take care of yourself at. There is no number age because everybody's different. It'd be like, what's the best breakfast cereal for everyone on earth?
That's Captain Crunch. I mean,
Crunchberry.
Obviously, right?
What problem you have with that? You didn't get the memo again.
Clearly, it's checks, but whatever.
Miss Ashia, with your lovely braids, what is
come on here
a proper age for consent? Like, can your 3-year-old come to you and be like, "Mommy, I wanna," and then you just do whatever they say? Like, is that a proper?
No, not at all. So I actually agree with everyone, on the panel. Everyone just said everything that I would have said. Yeah. 18, you know, of course, but I would never still like, you know, condone it. I would never really encourage them only because I know the end of it. But yeah, 18 is the age.
Hmm.
That's 18 is when we can say F you to each other.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could go do what you want to do. Like, I really can't stop you, you know?
F you out my house.
If you
And-
out my house, yeah,
Right,
of
right.
course. Now, if you in my house, we already,
Anyway,
that's like not even a,
nothing,
you
nothing,
know,
nothing.
yeah, it's not even a conversation.
Um, th- I have a question. I have a statement. She said, "I can't stop you," but as a parent, wouldn't you want to stop them from doing something just crazy, insane?
Absolutely.
Oh no, of course. I mean, of course. You know, you could even just give examples. Look at you know, like Black China. Look how she's reversing her body. Look at Kim Kardashian. They
Yes.
all are getting this stuff. K
Okay,
Michelle was
Michelle.
the first one. She was the first one, and then now Blac Chyna getting the fillers took out of her face. She was like, "I just want to be me again. I want to see me." She was like, "I don't even look like me no more. I don't even know what I look like."
You can actually
You
get
know what I'm
fillers
You
saying?
can reverse
face.
that.
You can get fillers taken out of your face.
Yep. Go
And
look
what
it
is
on
the filler?
YouTube.
Is
Type
it
in Blac Chyna. She did it live. She went live and let y'all see them do everything. Mm-hmm.
Do you have the
but
link?
is it liquid or is it like is it some kind of device or something they're putting in
Yeah,
your
it's like the lady, the nurse. They're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you what they're doing as they're doing it.
What
Like
in the
they're
name
gonna
of
tell you what they're
Frankenstein
doing.
is happening on planet Earth? Do you hear?
You know what
First
I'm
of
saying?
all,
This is
look at the
crazy.
Star
But
Trek
I'm
device we're
saying these are the
communicating on.
examples because
We're
this is
talking
the
about
time we're
people
living in.
taking things out of their faces. Like, where
Yeah.
have we gone in 100 years? What?
I know, I'm with you, honey.
So, you know, though, I'm just saying I would give examples because this is the real time we live in, and these are the so-called, you know, role models. You know, I have a 21-year-old, but you know, he probably watch her, you know, all the butt shots, and you know what I'm saying. He's a young man. I'm pretty sure he look at Blac Chyna. You know,
No, but how
so
about
She can
everybody
be used
else?
as an example of how you can change
I thought you were Blac Chyna.
your mind changes
yeah,
over
of
time.
how, yeah, and how, you know,
So
following the crowd because
yeah,
it's like a fad. You
and
know
if
what
you're
I'm
talking
saying?
about someone making permanent changes, you can't decide that at 12,
Yeah,
13,
But
even
also,
18.
No, I don't agree.
You haven't
Yeah.
lived enough of your life, because what you're thinking at 18 might not be the same at 20, 21.
Okay,
and
so
you
let's
need to stop them
let's
before they make a decision that totally ruins their body. Because even K. Michelle, since you brought her up, she had the implants removed from her butt. But then there's a video out there of her dancing, and you literally see
It hanging.
before the implants were removed. Like you could see the implant sliding down the bottom of her thigh, the back of her thigh, like from her butt.
is that the
to her-
desired effect? Maybe that's the
No,
new
no. That was
maybe
very,
to have
very
your
real.
butt sliding down the back of your
Yeah,
thigh.
and it was so
is the
embarrassing
new
to
thing to do.
imagine what her body really looks like. The
Well,
damage
what
that
happens
it's done.
is what happens is, and this is something also you can explain to your children, but the God made the body so magnificent that the body can heal itself. It
Yes, ma'am.
rejects things. It's going to reject those things after a
Oh,
while
true indeed. True
because
indeed.
So
a
the pastors will
man
have
body
to
was made to
re-preach
be a man.
backsliding, huh?
A man can never bear a child ever. I don't care what steroids he take. You know, I would tell you can never ever. You know,
No,
what are you laughing
there's
at?
actually a guy that had it
I
that
said-
was pregnant.
I said the
Wasn't there a
pastors
guy that was
now
pregnant?
going to have to readdress backsliding because it's
But-
changed.
Your butt back sliding down your thigh.
Yeah, seriously, it was
Right.
sliding down her butt and going into her thigh. But I thought there was a guy that
That's locker room humor. Listen, Cronus the ill. Let me ask you a question in conjunction with this. What do we say about the parents that allow the non-developed mind of a child to be then fueled by the resources of the parent? Like whatever the kid wants to do, and they're not even, totally an adult yet. Like, what do we think about those type of parents? Because that ultimately is where the power is coming from.
That's
Them
where it's
niggas
coming.
them niggas is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That son gets
It's
his
just
phone.
it's just
They're
simple as
going
The
that.
along with
nation.
society. They're selling their kids out. They're going along with society.
With
You
Mhm.
with
know, it's just
consent,
like going along with it.
with consent comes consequence. So
Mm.
you know what I mean. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. You want to be a girl. When they cut your little joint off, and then you decide, yo, can we sew it back up and up?
Yeah, that's
Nah,
pretty tragic. It's pretty
it's
tragic that
gone.
this
It's
person
gone.
wanted to.
Well,
to
look
have-
at Willow and look at Will Smith children. You know,
Okay.
like and their parents
I wanna look
promote
at
that.
'em. I wanna
Parents
look-
aren't against that. Like their parents are like happy the way that they are. They promote them to be plural and have and do whatever they want. Like, you know.
Well, yeah,
So
yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like, like I get the whole,
it's
be
really
plural,
sad.
but you know what I mean?
Oh, you get the big
They
plural part.
ain't said. You
Yeah,
done?
yeah, I heard it.
You done?
You get the
Alright,
being plural. Okay,
you
just
done?
let us,
You
you know,
done?
just so we know where
You
you're
done?
standing.
All right. So
Go ahead, go
without cutting me off.
He's down with
so-
some plural stuff, just not the other stuff. Go ahead.
This nigga ain't even got lenses in his glasses. So
I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Some
Ex-
people are down with that type of
exactly.
thing. Why would I put lenses
Exactly.
in my glasses? These are
Ah, he
they're
said you
frames.
got lenses in your glasses. I cannot.
They're frames. Why would I do that? That's
Exactly. It's just pointless. It's just
It's
pointless.
pointless.
So as I
Boy,
was saying,
every show
Alright.
you
See,
do,
fine.
every show.
that means I be trying to talk, but you know what I mean. I get the
Have the
cut
floor,
off.
gentlemen. Have the floor.
So see, I forgot what you're talking about. So Willow and Jaden, they ain't going to Will and Jada like yo, mom, I'm ready to cut this joint off, and I'm ready to be Willow. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I guess.
consent comes to consequence. You know what I mean?
So
You
we're
can't-
saying, are we saying, or
reverse
some
it.
of us saying
That's
that
That's true.
that person should do that when they are fully adult? Is that what we're saying? That a child shouldn't be able to have that decision? Is that what we're saying?
Exactly. You don't know what
That's-
you like, right?
The child shouldn't
Absolutely.
be able to
That's
have that.
exactly what we're saying.
Like, you
And,
don't,
and
you
I
don't
have
know
a
what
question.
you.
Though. I have a
And
question.
even into adulthood, there still should be you again, that's once you make it permanent, there's no changing your mind. And
Exactly.
what's the fad today, or what you might think today might not be your thought tomorrow. So
But I have a question, Dom. Here's my question. In the article that you read,
Yeah.
because I was trying to get a clear understanding of it, the girl had they removed her breast
At 13.
because of health reasons, or
Because they said
removed
that
it-
that would help her only a way to treat her pre-existing mental health problems was to take away her breast.
In what country was this done?
This is your
UK.
the
What
one
was
you
her
pledge allegiance to.
pre-existing? What was
No,
her
it was in UK.
pre-existing problems?
Yeah, what
Oh,
was her?
this is
what were
here.
her
No,
pre-
this is here. This is here. The
Oh,
UK
she
has
was
another-
feeling like she was a
another story.
boy.
Oh, pre-existing problems was that she was feeling like she was a boy.
I'm deducing that from the article. Now, I don't know these people personally. I'm just, the procedure and characterize her gender transition as the only way to treat her pre-existing mental health problems.
So she had other issues besides feeling like she was a boy.
Maybe so.
No, I think only the fact that she thought she wanted to be a boy. That's why that was her mental illness. It was her wanting to be
And it would
being
seems
a
the
boy.
reason that they would then take her
being
breast
a-
off so she could be more. But now she doesn't want to.
Now that didn't make her happy.
So
Yeah.
then what? I
Yes,
just
it
think
is.
that I think personally it was too young. Like
And how
she
old
might
was
make
she?
that decision later, and that's on her as an adult.
How old was she again,
She
Dom?
was,
How
she
old
was
was she?
13. She was 13.
13.
And her
18.
parents allowed this.
The parents.
Right.
Some
That's
parents,
what I'm talking about.
unfortunately,
Her
don't
parents.
make good decisions either.
No, but her
So,
parents had to give consent, you guys, right? Didn't her parents
So
have to
wait.
give consent?
Exactly.
So
but if
It's
the
like
parents
it's
don't
like
make good
Dwayne Wade.
decisions, they passing bad decisions to the kids.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's a
That's
good
why you
example.
can't base
Dwayne
the
Wade.
age.
Dwayne Wade is a
Dwayne
good
Wade.
example. What happened with Dwayne Wade? I'm not really clear on what happened.
I don't
Is,
think I don't think the son that wanted to be the daughter got genitals cut off. I think he just wants to be recognized as a girl and dress like a girl. And I guess they got enough sense to wait till she's 18 and let her do what she want to do as far as us permanent part. But
ask y'all a question: how many people of the trans people do y'all think get sex change from like a genital surgery, a bottom surgery?
How many?
What percentage that is?
Well, I
think
know
it's
I used to live in the Bay, and I remember meeting a woman who said her son went in to have his penis basically inverted or something like that. And she told me how the procedure goes, where they have to like literally slit the penis
Yeah.
and peel it back.
This is X-rated. This is
I
like a
can
horror
remember
film right now. This is a straight up horror film. I
turning
don't even
into
children. If
Saw.
there's children listening or watching, please cover your
But
ears,
to
hide your
answer
wives, hide your
question,
husbands.
whatever. To answer your question, I mean, they if they're grown enough to do that, listen. Anyways, to answer your question, I wouldn't even know the number on that. I mean, we would have to look that up statistically.
Well, no,
to see
Kenny
that.
Kenny has the stats on how many folks. Kenny has those stats.
Oh,
Kenny,
do you have those stats?
I'm
Okay.
just
I
saying,
would say
without knowing
it would be low because
or do you-
financially, I imagine
uh,
a lot of people probably can't do it.
that's a thing.
And
The finances.
yeah, if it you know, yeah, maybe they might want to do it, but if they don't have the funds to do it,
So it's
they
probably
just gonna
low.
have
What do you?
to.
So what is it, Jamila?
No. I think that they're helping people pay for that though during this age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are helping.
It's like it's something they push. Yeah. If you want it, you can get it done. It's part of like
specifically Kaiser will rush them through the process.
Yeah.
Just pushing it on through.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Chris, there's your answer, Chris. You good?
But no, she didn't say the number though. She didn't say the number.
The percentage is relatively low. About of all the people who consider themselves trans, the people who have a bottom surgery, actual sex change is around 5%.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because genital mutilation, and nobody wants to fuck up their dick and their vagina. And they're not. The thing about it is, they're not trying to mess with their genitals. They're just trying to be recognized as a person.
Okay, well, I have an
what's
answer
going
for
on with
you.
these?
I have an
children?
answer
No.
for you. I looked it up, you guys, and it says here for the U.S. sex reassignment surgery market, about 32% of transgender population. Yes, 32% of the.
That's high.
That's high.
That gotta be wrong.
No, I'm looking online. It's on the
way
U.S.
that they word these
reassignment surgery market
sex
report.
reassignment surgery includes breast reduction and augmentation.
Oh.
So they're throwing all of that in there at once. Look for the one that says for bottom surgery or phallus.
Just know that over the years, the amount of people that have done it has risen over the years, and so
I think it's more popular now.
But
and they're starting with the children. They get them young. They're starting with the children. They're not being adults doing it. These kids are growing to be whatever they want to be. They start young.
Well, to that point, somewhat, there's another article in the UK. Our dear friends in the UK, UK woman who was allegedly fired from a Church of England primary school for raising concerns about compulsory sex education had her appeal heard before an employment tribunal last week after two members were recused for perceived bias. Now, here's the thing. Christy Higgs, a Christian mother of two, was fired from her position as a pastoral assistant at the Unified Church School in 2019 after raising concerns on her private Facebook page about the school's compulsory sex education lessons about transgenderism, according to the London-based Christian Legal Center. Higgs had shared a petition objecting to the relationships and sex education curriculum in primary schools, and also shared an article critical of books being used to teach young children about transgender behavior and gender fluidity. Now, what do we This, I mean, now she got fired because she was like, I think they too little. Like, I think they should just be getting ABCs. And
But I
they,
say, what
the
with
state was like, nah,
math and English and social studies,
nah. They
even
need to
health,
know, they
even
need to
health
understand
stars,
different. What you mean?
but to teach you how to be a transgender is like that's so much. But apparently, not. They
What are we
fired her.
thinking? Listen, again, when you're an adult, I feel like you can do whatever the freak you want to do.
In your bedroom is your bedroom.
But the babies, when we talk about the babies, see, I was a kid once, you know, and the people are big, you know, and they're intimidating, you know, and it's like, what do you want me to do? What? You know, and you're little, right? Your muscles ain't bonded yet, but you're imaginative and you got ideas. So, I mean, what type of guidance for the kids? You know, like them formative years, that 1 through 7 year, those are very formative years. What are we doing? Jamila, is it kosher? Like, is it cool? Talk to me.
I don't know. To each his own.
True. But when we talk about the government school system, right? Like, because you could take your kid to a private school, and that's a thing. Like, you ain't got to worry about it. Like, I don't even fuck with y'all like that. But when it's like a government, you know, and so it's like kind of like the bus, the public transition system. You know, you don't want spikes on the seats when you sit down. You want to, well, can we not have spikes on the public transportation seats so that we can sit down nicely? So I think that, you know, look, again, we're talking about what age was this? This is elementary school. And
yeah, primary school, yeah, elementary. 5th grade.
This is England, so they, you know, they get into their different words. Elementary, primary. But I think that
fifth grade and
yeah, I think that's elementary school, primary school.
Until we start homeschooling our children, then we don't have nothing to say about it.
Well,
there it goes.
You can have a say in. Well, that's true. That's facts.
There it goes.
But if you're paying taxes, so, you know, a lot of people pay taxes.
Raise your kids. That's your job as a parent. It's not the school's job to raise your kids. You're supposed to pay your taxes and raise your kids. And public school is a very American thing. People like now. I'm telling you who don't go to American public schools. Jewish people.
Oh.
But that's because they own the books. The juice.
Oh, juice.
You're not about to get me banned down here.
Careful, Kanye. You're going to get our Adidas contract taken.
We're all Hebrews up in this piece, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
But
careful, Kanye. You're going to get our Adidas contract
we all Hebrews up in this piece anyway, so I don't even know what you're
talking about. They would never put their children in those schools. You can listen to footage of rabbis talking about how those schools are not with real information and that they would never put their children in there. That would be a sin against God for them to put their children in what we call public schools. But our society is set up so where we don't have a choice. We working, we trying to pay the bills. And so the kids got to go somewhere in the daytime. So we leave it up to these people to indoctrinate and teach them everything they need to know between ages of 5 and 18. And then we fall into the plan and be like, so now that you're 18, you're out of here.
All right, hold on. Let's do this right here. Let's do this right here. This is a great one. Because right in the moment, let's continue the conversation. Now, if that's the case, that sounds like a war zone, like a place where you can't easily send your children to be educated because they're going to be either indoctrinated or lied to. That sounds like a battlefield. My question is to the whole panel, why are we having children on the battlefield? Supreme?
Sex is a lot of people is
at least you honest.
Is because they went too far.
Okay, I like that. At least you didn't run from it. I like that. I respect that. Yo, Kenny, why are we having babies on the battlefield? If the case is such that Miss Starwell just laid out, why are Melanie the people having babies at all? If it's a battlefield, Kendo, please answer that for me.
Because the world got to go on. It's going to go on, but you don't stop teaching your kid. You don't send them to school to learn everything. You send them to school to get educated, but you have to step into the game too. You have to. the education don't stop at school. Your home is where you're supposed to get taught.
But it's a
So
battlefield, my niggas. It's a battlefield.
everything is a
Let me ask
battlefield.
you a question. If you're in the middle of a gunfight,
you
are you
struggle
about to
to
have
come
sex?
into the world. You struggle to come into the world. So the fight don't never stop.
Our food is
Come on.
recognized.
Hey, Valerie,
Everything's weaponized. We're all weapons.
you're a beautiful woman.
Everything
Life
weapons.
is a battlefield.
Thank you very
But
much. I
you
appreciate that.
see we out here. You see we out here in a war. You see we are. So as beautiful as you are, you still taking up suitors, knowing that we out here nuclear warring and like lasers and
I am
gun
not.
guns. Really?
Here's you. I am not. And it's so funny you mentioned that because even today, I happened to be on Instagram and I saw the reels and these lives that people are doing. And this girl, she was just sitting there and she's shaking her boobs and she's shaking her ass. And then I went to another one and she's doing a similar thing. And just at that very moment, I thought, okay,
Send me the link. Send me the link.
I just said to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to have to just pull back from the market, because I'm like, if this is what men and women have access to, I don't want to compete with all of that. I'm not going to be doing all of that. I'm coming as myself, very low key, laid back, mature, grown woman. So
And the person that wants that. And they're not going to look around at the other people. They're only going to look at you because you got that thing that they want. The problem is people keep trying to fit into a box that somebody told them, oh, if you look like this, then you'll be happy. Or if your ass is like this, then all the men will love you. Quiet as it's kept, dudes don't give a fuck about none of that. I never heard a dude to say, ooh, we can't date because you're nail chipped. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that women are fully tripping on. And it's because we judge each other. So no dude, I'm telling you, all the time, I keep my hair cut on the side, right? I'd be like, oh Lord, I did not brush my hair today. I got my BDBs going on. I never had a nigga tell me, man, your hair's too nappy on the side.
Maybe some of us like nappy. Hey, Hassan.
That's what I'm saying. And the dudes that like it are the dudes that will gravitate to me. And I'll gravitate to them. And there won't be.
We've moved the goalpost. Hassan, is it wise to have a baby on a battlefield? Jamila illuminated a particular, she scratched up something from the surface. And the question came to my mind, okay, and all this system, all this gender and X-gender and next gender, and the whole thing is a battlefield.
Yeah.
Is it wise once you get here, if you look around the landscape and you see the bombs going off, is it wise to say, you know what? I'm about to have a precious little small, indefensible. Okay. Is it wise to do that? I'm just asking the question. Is it wise to have a baby on the battlefield? Go.
Is this for me? This for me or her?
Hassan McCullough.
Oh. Well, okay. I would say this. You have to have everything in line. You have to have a system for yourself to want to raise your kids yourself. You have to have the finances because you're going to have to raise your kids. You have to educate your kids by yourself. You cannot send them to these schools. So if you already have a plan in place to not have a baby in the hospital, to educate your kids by yourself, then yes, you can do that. If you're going to teach them about consciousness or whatever, then yes. But if you have no clue about what's going on, it is a battlefield. But for me, since I don't have kids, if I would do it because I know I'm going to educate my kids by myself. Okay.
Ashia.
That's right.
You walk around this plane of existence as one of its superstars. Yes, you do. You understand me? You've been ogled at and Googled that 300,000 times today already. Is it responsible for you to bring more people to this battle? Is that responsible for you to do?
Not at all. Not at all. And I feel and I know some people that's having babies, and it's not to anybody, personally, but I just feel my heart goes out to people. It's like you really must clearly can't see. you know, like who would have a child in these times? You know, like my heart goes out to people that has to bear those things with the children. Yeah, because it's a complete, battlefield. So my
Very
heart just
honest
goes out.
retort. I respect an honest retort. Yes, ma'am. You know, yeah, you get a little win for that. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Cronus the Ill. Hey, bro. I mean, is it wise? Like, you watch what you say, watch what you do. They coming. They coming for you. Now, is it wise to have a child in a world where those lyrics make sense? Like, I mean, like, is it wise? Talk to me.
It's like it's a 50-50 thing, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Lukewarm,
like,
are we?
like when
You know, some
was
ancient books have sayings about lukewarm mofos. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ancient books have sayings about lukewarm mofos. Just saying. You were saying.
You cut him off again, man.
No, he's all right.
Oh, Lord.
He's all right.
No,
He's all right.
This is a silverback in the wild, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch the silverback in the wild. You see, he's a negus. You understand me? He just needs to take his time. He'll soon come around. You understand me? Come on, give him a little banana. He'll be all right. You see?
you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you.
Dom, did you really have to say banana? Give him a banana.
Yes.
Really.
Because what? See, that's the problem. Like, we don't want to acknowledge what we are. We are primates. Now we are divine. We some divine neck shit too. But what the hell? You seen your penis? Have you seen the girl's butt lately? Like, that's monkey. Like, what are we talking about? What? Stop playing. Go ahead. Kid.
You have a way to
I forgot the
oversimplify
question.
even the most deep.
I forgot the question.
This is it wise to have a baby on a battlefield. I mean, you're a rhymer. Okay, you've rhymed about the
everything in life is not about how smart you are or wisdom. Also,
Miss
people need
Starwell, we shall have order. I know.
Oh, so you the only one who could be rude and cut people off. Is that what it is?
Well,
just let me understand.
Ma'am, the top of the pyramid is where I sit. I don't know cheers from the bottom of the pyramid. I understand. I understand. Okay. It's always been this way. Cream, it's always been this way. Yeah. Chris, is it sanguine to have a baby on a battlefield? You know the climate from Emmett Till to right now. Like, you know the vibes. Is it like, yeah, let's get it, baby. Let's have a baby. I don't care if you got $17 billion. Look at the state of the world. Somebody that you don't know shut the world down and called it like COVID like 2 years ago. Somebody had the power to do that. Who got the power to shut the world down? Tell me, who did that? Until I find out who did that, Chris, does it make sense to have a baby on the battlefield? Go, I'll stop.
Thank you. It's a 50-50 situation. Me, I'm cool because I see how the kids act towards one another, let alone how they act towards the elder. I'm cool. Now, the one thing, so the three things that's most certain in life: death, taxes, and sex. So, you know what I mean? People going to continue to have sex. People going to continue to die. Taxes still going to come. You know what I'm saying? It's just up to the two people that lay down to be responsible enough to say, yo, if we lay down and make this happen, then, you know what I mean, we got to know how to build this thing and keep it together as long as the three of us are here. Me personally, I'm not bringing nothing here because I already know if you touch one of mine,
That part. This is the
it's
part.
over.
See, that's the part right there I was thinking about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of where I live. When I look around the landscape, I've been here for 53 times around the sun now. What the fuck is this place? This don't look nothing like what I grew up in. And I know old folks say that all the time. I get that. But I have a pretty lucid mind. I try to stay up with, and listen, the planet's been transformed quite literally from the way we treat one another to the way we communicate with one another, right? Like to the point where you'll have definitions for things that meant one thing when I was a kid, and now they mean a different thing. Like people are literally trying to change everything 180. Hey, last question of the day. Hassan, are you woke? Like, what's woke? Are you woke? Like, let me just give a little quick soliloquy before you go in. This was a term that like conscious cats used circa day, before 2013, 14. The cats used that term. It was just a term. And it was like a conscious term. Like you're woke or you ain't. And now somehow the pop culture has grabbed a hold of its nuts and turned woke into some shit where it's like if you woke, you bad. But like, how do you take a word? Don't words have meaning? So if the word means aware and alive, like if you're not aware and alive, then what are you? Hassan, help me out. Help me out. Are you woke? What's the deal?
Uh-oh. And my work based on the terms of the people who usurped our woke word, because these other people claim that they woke, but it's not really woke. So for the definition of me, yes, I am woke. I am conscious, aware of who I am.
Oh.
My battle is to find out knowledge
So you're
of self.
Antifa? You're
so
like
knowledge
Antifa
of self
or
is
something?
about being
Aren't you
woke.
Antifa? If you're woke, you're Antifa.
No.
That's
Knowledge of self, your
That's what
power.
they be saying on Fox News. Like you must be like Antifa because you're woke.
And
No, he's definitely aware because look at the products that he produces, right?
Oh.
He's all
Little
about
product placement in the middle of the show. Nice.
I'm just saying.
Clearly.
But you listen, everybody's good a chance to answer this question. I'm not going to go in deep in it, but we already know what's going on as far as people usurping the knowledge and stuff, or trying to use words to connect themselves with a term that most indigenous people have always used since the 90s. Now all these Caucasian folks are trying to use this word and use it in a different way. To
your point, I think they're trying to attack the word woke the same way negus was turned into nigger.
Exactly. It's in the same way, in a sense.
They're trying to attack woke, a word that clearly means something. It means aware, alive, vivacious, right? And they're trying to demonize it and make it seem like it's a bad thing to be aware and alive, just like it's a bad thing to be negus, aka God, aka Emperor. Yeah. It's funny when you can read. It's funny when they won't kill you. It's funny when you can have a book in your hand and somebody ain't gonna come up to you and kill you because you got a book in your hand. Oh yeah, that used to happen. Remember that? That needs to go into Skynet for the record for my ancestors. Yeah, they used to do that. Yeah, that needs to be said on Skynet. You understand me? For the ancestors. If it ain't been said, they used to kill people because they wanted to read.
Knowledge is king.
Kenny, are you woke? I mean, you better be woke. You on top of the planet. You floating in orbit.
Listen, this woke word, it goes back more than just to the 90s. I mean, people been asking people, telling people, wake up to the situations we were in.
Yes, sir.
So, we didn't push it down the woke, but it's a waking up.
You're right.
We're still waking up.
You're right, though. Woke is the evolution of wake up, which is what Spike Lee said, and do the right thing. Yeah.
So we're still waking up. People are still waking up to before when we were being redlined, we were being oppressed or still being oppressed and still being battered. And so you're waking up to that. You're saying, nah, I'm not doing that no more. We not doing that no more. We standing up a little bit more. You know what I mean? You ain't, I'm not turning that other cheek. That other cheek.
But some folks
that's
are saying being woke is wrong. Some folks are saying,
of course they're gonna judge. Listen, when you had it good for a long time, you ain't gonna go down without saying, "Hey, listen, what's this woke? That's some bullshit." So why would you want people to be awoke? You want people to still stay asleep. Stay asleep. Let me continue to build my generation.
It's so deep the play that's being run against the word woke that has a literal meaning that any child can look up on their iPad.
The word woke is being hijacked by some of the transgender community.
Some wingers.
It's
the alphabet soup community is what he's talking about. The alphabet soup.
Some of the letter community. One of them, the T's in there. To be awake or to be woke now is to recognize. You know, their push is for the recognition.
Oh, so you're saying that term has been kind of hijacked by another.
It's definitely been hijacked, but to us, it's waking up and staying aware of what's going on for us. So,
Primo,
yo,
are you woke, my niggas?
Yeah, I got knowledge of myself, spirit grounded, so I'm wide awake.
But some people say that's bad that you woke.
They say everything we do is bad, so anything we do good is bad. So you got to be woke enough to recognize the technology.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? There you go.
That's a commercial.
Yes, sir.
Mr. L, are you aware or are you woke?
Stay woke niggas be sleep deprived, you know what I'm saying? I'm aware. You know what I mean? I'm here. I know who I am and I know how to move.
Okay. Mr. Shear, are you woke? Like, what's woke? Like, what's woke? Like, what? Like, some people, you're not supposed to be woke. You're not supposed to be woke. Now, the dictionary says woke means aware, alive, but you're not supposed to be woke, according to like some news agencies. You know what I mean? Like, don't be woke. That's kind of Are you woke, Ashia?
I'm very aware. Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, what are you aware of? What does that mean for the 13-year-old out in Colorado Springs somewhere? What do you mean? What are you aware of?
Just conscious of self, conscious of things around me. Yes. Yes.
It don't mean that you want to join the Antifa and march with them. That's not what that means.
I'm not that.
I mean, I don't even know Antifa. I know like Latifah.
Right. But they got so many names now that really might be somebody.
No. Antifa
I'm not
is
even
the kind of organization that they're always talking about that the woke people are a part of. And I'm like, well, I am definitely aware and woke, but I don't know Antifa.
I'm not a
Latifah.
Yeah.
She's a queen. Miss Starwell, are you woke? Let's see, when a black woman put her mouth like that, either she making some good food or something hot burning on the stove, or you about to get that good. Anyway, but go ahead.
I'd say yes.
You woke. I'm sure, but you have to think about whether you woke. That's kind of weird. You might not.
I know, right?
You might not. Maybe
not.
Maybe not woke.
Depends on
why would somebody say no? Why would somebody say no though, Dom? It's the question.
But that's the program, my nigga. It's like they're literally on these news outlets talking about and going at the word woke as if you can change its definition by osmosis. Like the word has a meaning. So you trying to make people say,
You
no, I'm
can do
not
that.
woke.
You
That's
can.
kind
You
of a
can do
weird
that.
thing to iterate. No, I'm not woke.
No,
Wait,
that's the way
that's
this
what you,
language works. The language is upside down and backwards. You can change the meaning of a word. You
Yes.
can. That's exactly it. What does bad mean, everybody?
Bad.
Depends on what you're talking about. What
Right.
does
What's the okay?
what
We
does
now we
Good is
you
bad.
know?
So you saying we have vocal fluidity?
I'm saying people would change the definition of stuff like they did
okay.
for you know, the nigga and all that type of stuff, but people will change the meaning of basic words to where we're
This is true.
all talking backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie,
Yes, sir.
Bad meaning bad, but bad
in the
Okay,
meaning
what
good.
universe
is
that you
like
hail
even the word
from.
like lit? When we was younger, if your
I know
parents said,
Jamila's just still talking. Is Jamila still
"Oh, my bad,
is
my
Jamila
bad,
still
sorry."
talking?
No, she just had a good point though.
Can
Go
somebody
keep going with you
Yeah,
were
can
just
keep
somebody
saying,
going with
tap
your
her
Jamila.
point.
square?
Keep
She
going with
had
your
a
point.
Somebody
good
tap
she had a
Jamila
good point.
square, please. Thank you. Valerie. Yeah.
Yes.
See how that works? It works. Valerie,
Yes, sir.
are you in the planet that you come from? Do y'all have woke? Is it woke folk on your planet? Are you woke, or do y'all stay asleep? Or is it y'all that's creating this propaganda? Like, are you woke? Is the question, Valerie?
You know, I'd like to think I'm woke, but there are areas that I'm not woke in, if that makes sense. So there's certain situations I am 100% woke, but then there are other situations that I'm not.
Okay, I mean,
You know, so I can admit that, you
That's
know, and I
fine.
feel like I need to get better at being woke on those other issues and situations. But at the same time, I do know that I am awake
But what do you think
on
about
important
the
issues.
word woke? Does it bother you? Does the word woke send you in a frenzy? Because it sends some
No,
people
it
in a
doesn't.
frenzy.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I did a show called Stay Woke, and I deal with cybersecurity. You know, that's cybercrime. So I did a show that was called Stay Woke,
No, you should get with
concerning
Chris.
our
Chris
privacy.
is a cyber criminal. You should get with Chris. Y'all can have something happening. Yeah,
Oh yeah, maybe so. Where Chris at?
it's right here. Yeah, he's a cyber
Snitching,
criminal.
nigga. Stop snitching.
Well, I mean, I can't say
Putting it
I
out
can't
there.
even see him. I can't see him.
Well, I mean, that's a racist thing you're doing right there. He's a dark man. That's very racist. He's right here. He clearly can be seen.
Hey, Chris.
I can see him. That's horrible. Like your eyes, you have racist eyes. That's horrible.
I mean, I'm just saying I don't see him on my screen. So,
ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful session once again. We've tried to dig and research for the answers that will solve the world's issues. We once again failed, but we will be here again next week. So let's go around the room.
I cannot.
And get everyone shout out. Val, tell them where they can find you, and when your spaceship will be landing
Find
next.
me on Instagram at Val. So that's VALL Forensic Gal. And you can find me at onestream.tv for my show Cybersecure You every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Mike.
Yep.
Yo, Preem, where can they find you at, bro?
Instagram. Oh, shit.
See?
Find me.
Find you in the hospital with a
He
broken.
wasn't woke. He wasn't woke.
Yeah, Supreme DR, SUPREEMDR on Instagram. All things Supreme, upcoming, next coming, tomorrow, future, everything on Instagram.
Yeah, nice one. Kendo, what's the deal, bro?
Look for me in Alaska soon.
See,
Aurora
Borealis.
I'm heading north.
Wow,
He's out.
I've been. It's beautiful, but it is cold.
Yeah, I'm going soon. Another week or two.
Nice one, Miss
Yeah.
Starwell. Where art thou, and where can they find thou?
I can be found at Mrs. Thesis at everywhere. MRSTHESIS. If y'all smoke cigars, it's a ladies' cigar thing coming up on next week. I'll be singing that.
Oh, cool.
What do you mean a lady cigar thing?
It's a cigar lounge, but they're having just like a ladies' night, a ladies'
so
luncheon.
men can't come.
Of course, men can come. I didn't say men couldn't come.
Where's the lounge
You
at?
said
Is it in Inglewood?
it's in Inglewood on Manchester.
Okay.
Oh, that lounge. Okay, yeah, sure. What time?
Yeah.
It's on Saturday at noon, on the 25th at noon.
Okay, Saturday,
Yeah.
25th at noon. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll send you the link because if you send it to 5 people, then you get 2 free
Job
tickets.
Stogies?
It's a cigar lounge, love. They have
Well,
cigars.
Can you
Job
put it in the
Stogies.
chat?
Is it
Yeah.
called Job Stogies?
No, it's called the LA Cigar Lounge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I told her to put it in the chat.
Oh,
so we
you
can
know
get it.
about Drobe Stogies?
Hey,
Yes, we
see?
do.
You know what time it is? See that?
They have ladies' night on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep, I was just about
Oh.
to say that.
Have you been?
Okay.
Oh
so
yeah, I know,
Now we're off
Ryan.
into a different part of the show now. See,
Oh, sorry, guys.
this is a whole different situation.
I wanted to go, but I was like, oh, I don't know. But I've been in there a few times, though. Not ladies' night, though.
Ashia?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, everyone can find me here. Also, Shia_Janitorial on IG and The Real White So Right on IG. And here every Wednesday. Yep.
Awesomeness. Val,
Who?
did I already come to you, Val?
You did, but hey, I'll shout out myself
That's
again.
because, that's
Why not? Tune in
Yeah.
my show, Cyber Secure You, every Friday
Oh,
on
yeah, do that.
OneStream.tv.
Yes, do that. Chris, tell them where they can find you, bro.
Used to be you could catch me at the LA Fitness Monday through Thursday, but taking a little break. So you
They
catch
kicked
me
you
on-
out of there, aka they kicked you out of there. Okay.
There you go, cutting me off again.
Okay.
Catch me on Instagram, KRONISTHEILL. Cracking jokes, posting beats, regular stuff.
All right now. My man
great.
Hassan McCullough. We live, we love, we juice.
We juice.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, before I promote We Juice, this is WeJuice.com. This is that juice called Black Magic.
Uh-oh.
They call Black Magic, right? Black Magic.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new one.
WeJuice.com. OUIJUICE. We Juice. And for all the people that's listening, all the melanated people,
They're watching too.
please
This
connect.
is-
That's
this is
watching.
visual too, by
That's
the way.
watching. Make sure you always try to connect with nature and ask nature for what you want, because we have the power based on our melanin to create stuff, to ask for stuff, and create stuff in this construct. The world is this earth is ours. We are made up of the same elements of this earth. So if you go and meditate to the earth and ask the earth for whatever you want, the earth will give it back to us.
Hold on.
As a whole, the
Hold on,
whole
hold
community should shout out to the earth. What's
Are
up?
you a- are
What's
you a
up? I'm just
witch?
speaking facts.
Are you a witch?
No, I'm not a witch. I'm just speaking facts about us. If we want to take back this earth, we have to come together and resonate to the earth.
Which means
Yeah.
you can go and walk barefoot outside.
Yes,
be
go
afraid
ground
to do it.
yourself.
All that
Touch
ground.
Go
the
ground, connect to the earth as much as
Yeah.
you can.
Okay.
Right.
To the tree.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. Good stuff, everyone. Listen, I've been wanting to share the fact that I made a manifesto.
We
It's
Don,
called The
before
Question Is the Answer. Can I promote my little book? I mean, my gosh, I just have a little book. But it's called The Question Is the Answer. You can catch this at Amazon Prime if you like. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Might change your life. Just some thoughts. Hassan, you were saying?
and shout out to my homeboy Kevin from Real Nagas.
Shout out to Real Nagas, man.
Nagas.
Yeah.
Everybody should follow Real Nagas.
Most
He always
definitely.
have information on
Great
Saturday. He
information.
always did a live show on Saturday. Check him out.
Yes.
Kevin Real Nagas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, man, it's been a great show.
I put the link in the
All
chat,
again.
y'all, for the cigar thing on Saturday.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I got
I will
it.
put it in the description. I'll see you all next week, yeah?
Yes.
Peace, y'all.
One love.
Yeah.
Once again, it's
Peace.
Raw.
Peace.